All right, guys, it's back. Time Edge, second part of London session. Let's get up the index market, what we were looking at earlier. Okay, so what did I say? I wanted to see this 1 hour range close below, which we've got on all the assets as well. So it's even stronger. We need to let the first 15-minute form a range, give us some buy side liquidity to take in order to fuel the move. So we can break this down now to the 15-minute. Actually, let me just mark out equilibrium of the 1 hour. It's going to be an important level. Want to see really one asset get above that equilibrium of that range. It looks like YM's going to do that. 8:04, 4 minutes past 8. It's a good sign for if we're using open high low close theory, right? Open high, we haven't wicked the low, right? So we haven't taken that sell side, so it means we're going up for buy side. Hopefully we form a range on the 15-minute, get that microcycle after, and we could see a reversal. First targets would be Asia low, then previous day's low, as we're in a bearish daily profile. I will be looking at this position to enter if we get what I'm looking for. Let's hope we do. Probably need a fresh micro. So when's the next micro going to be? It's going to be at 22 minutes past 8. Maybe one asset might get above this high here. That seems to be the previous cycle high. So we're just waiting now. Also want to see that 15-minute close, then wick above, take the liquidity, the buy side liquidity above the 15-minute high. Formed a nice range at the moment. We don't want to see this come back down now, because that invalidates the trade. You've got to get clear with what you want to see. That's the whole process of trading. When you're looking at the markets, you've got to have a process. If this, then that process. If then what process, however you want to call it. Have to be mechanical. Just quickly having a look at investing. Australia CPI. Have we got anything that's going to influence the market today on any earnings that are going to influence the market? So we've got Google, Microsoft, yeah, so we've got a few today. What is that? After market close. Okay, so Meta platform. We got anything before market? AstraZeneca. Most of the bulk of it is going to come after market, so that doesn't really concern us, because as London traders, we will probably be. Hello, sir. How are we doing? Yeah, all good, mate. All good, thank you. All good. Just waiting for NQ, see if we can get a trade on NQ at the moment. Okay, so quick rundown. What I'm looking at here, we've got YM like this, daily cycle here. So we've got ES and ES and NQ above Asia range. Right, that gives us a daily cycle, YM below. We're also coming out of the standard deviation. This happened at 7 AM. I don't start trading till 8 o'clock in the morning, so I think you're muted. So what, you can hear me, bro? Oh yeah, sweet. All right, happy days. Yeah, I'm waiting for a new, yeah. Okay, yes, sweet. I'm waiting for a new mic today, so yeah, so anyway, right, so we've got a daily cycle. We're moving out of the Q standard deviation zone. Right, so we're moving out of this zone here. We had a change of state of delivery on the 1 hour. I was looking for price to get up to a equilibrium and then go back down. Open, high, low, close. I'm looking for sells here. But what 810. Wanted to see a range on the 15 minute, but we're just seeing price tumble off now. Yeah, if we're looking at the 15 minute, I wanted to see some kind of, you know, one of the assets take the 15 minute high. But it looks like we're just going to run down and forget about us, which is not good. We've wicked below the 1 hour range low as well, right? So you're in short, are you? Yeah. I mean, I think this is going to go down. If we look at the daily, you know, we've still got this free candle model here. We've still got this free candle model, higher time frame, right? So we're operating within this range. We've had a close below previous days here. So this is within, and we've closed below here. So sells are looking good. Sells are looking good, alright. This is the pullback from yesterday. So if we're gonna go down, this is our first point of target, Asia low. Probably see something in here as well. Previous day's low. On a bearish daily profile, previous day's low is going to be the target, and it's going to be the draw of liquidity for the day. So you're yeah, my trade idea has been invalidated, bro, to be honest. I wanted to see this come above the equilibrium, but we're already starting to push down now. So there's nothing for me to do at the moment. We're already, look, if you see, look, YM's already started to push. So if you're in NQ, that's a lovely trade. Yeah, maybe that might happen. Maybe that might happen. We go back up and form a New York reversal, but Asia has accumulated, right? So we're expecting manipulation above. Yeah, we're expecting manipulation in London. We've had an Asia range, we're expecting manipulation in London, and we're expecting this to now continue down. If we, if price does start to push down and we get some fair value gaps opening up, and then we might be able to trade that. At the moment, there's nothing to do. This just moved, and if you're in this already from 7 a.m. Mate, you're fine. If you're already in a short, you're fine. You know, your position should be protected by now. You're going to be all right. You know, if you're in from up here, I don't know what time frame you trade on though, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what time frame you trade on. I trade my entry to execution time frame is at 1 minute, so it's a little bit. I get a tighter entry, but yeah. Anyway, draw of liquidity. Asia low first target. Then previous day's low is going to be targeted. I don't see it going to run back up above here. You don't use time frames. So you've just entered. Hourly low. Fair enough, man. Volume profile. Is that what VP stands for? I mean, there is many ways to skin a cat, so well, it looks like it's a decent trade anyway, taking a short from that level. As long as you got process, that's sort of, I want to say anything. Yeah, that's it, you know, as long as you got process and it's repeatable and it works, great. I don't think I'm going to be as fortunate to get into this now. I don't see this coming back. It's already wicked above. So if we're going to start pushing down, and then we could close up towards the end of the bar, but maybe we get something on the hourly. Maybe if we get a range formed on this and then it wicks above and then we carry on down, but that wouldn't be great for you. Oh mate, mine's so ingrained in my head. It's yeah, mine's so ingrained in my head. It doesn't. Nothing distracts me anymore. You just repeatable process every day. Same. What we are seeing is push down. How long have you been trading for, sir? Both sides of Asia here. Don't want to see that swept. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. That's good stuff, man. Not for the faint-hearted, is it? That's for sure. yeah, I definitely think you're in a decent trade there if you got in above this level, taking a short on NQ. 5 years, mate. 5 years I've been trading. Not full time all the time, but 5 years, yeah. Yes, that's it. Yeah, I was on and off. Yeah, that's it. Doing other stuff. And how have you found this year so far, mate? Because I've not found it great at all, to be quite frank. We're in April now. I took some time off over the winter. I've come back and it's shit. So I'm just starting to get back up and running with my streams and stuff like that. So yeah, I've had a lot of time off. Yeah, every year is different. You're right there. But Mr. Trump plays with the market. There's a lot of manipulation happening now, and we're in risk off at the moment, right? Something, I don't know if you know about, if you follow the VIX volume index, we're seeing that at 19.6 now. Yeah, I love streaming. Yeah. It's good for you. It's good for you. It's good for me anyway. I started last year and then stopped and then started again. Yeah, so the VIX will give you a sentiment indicator for the market, right? So we're sitting at 19. Above 20, I would say risk off sentiment starts to come in, and the market changes. It's a good idea. It's excuse me. So it gives you an idea of what you're looking at in terms of sentiment within the market. NQ is just going to keep pushing down. Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, because the way the VIX is, it's backed against the ES or S&P 500. So the market goes through cycles, right? And the only way you can gauge the market cycles are through sentiment of the market, all right? So, like before when I was trading, I didn't have a clue about all this, and I was just trading blind. I was just because the market's shit at the moment. And then I realized that there must be a way to gauge that, and the way to gauge that is the VIX, which is basically the amount of options and fear. It's a fear and greed indicator. It's backed off from options though, puts. So basically what happens is that if it goes above 20 on the VIX, you're going to start to see risk off sentiment. And then if you look back and back test the VIX through all like geopolitical events, yeah, it gives you an indication of what happens, and traders start not taking risk, and you see these explosive moves. Ideally for us as traders, we want to see nice price action, risk on sentiment. That means people are trading, etc., etc. That's what we want to see. We want to see the VIX below that normal price action. So with that in mind, I built something else this morning, the last few weeks. Yeah, there's lots to learn, my friend. I've done so much Yeah, I've done so much. Yeah, no worries, bro. Definitely just back test the VIX with geopolitical news and events, and you'll be able to understand the market a little bit better. Oh man, that's annoying. Didn't get nothing to execute on there. That is, I was hoping for this. Expansion X. Mate, you never stop learning. As soon as you stop learning, you stay stagnant because the market continues to move. You got to move with the market and evolve. I built another model this year, a scalping model, just for high volatility and risk off sentiment. So you have to change the way you trade. Otherwise, there's probably no. Where are you, bro? Are you in the UK? What's been my model for scalps? Okay, so if we look down here, I'll just run through quickly what it is, right? I'm not going to spend ages on it though, but I use, so this screen, right, I use the volume weighted average, VWAP, right? And then I'm looking for inversions on price. There was something yesterday, actually, at 3 p.m. I think I was trading my other model though, because I thought we were going to come back. Keep your gold strap. Yeah, I've got two models, haven't I? That's what it is. The scalp model is just looking for inversions around the volume weighted average. That's all it is. It works. It's tested. It's fine. It works good. Keep your gold strap. Oh mate, it's fine. I'm not going to tell you all my rules, no, but I can tell you I'm just looking for an inversion on the M1 time frame. It's absolutely fine, mate. You know, I can, even if I show you both of my models, right? You might not be able to trade them. It's how people see the market, right? But anyway, so if I'm trading the scalp model, I want to see an inversion of price. So price comes up into the blue line. If we're trading down into like this, I'll be looking for an inversion with a 15-second entry here. It's pretty easy, but just fixed RR 1 to 3, and that is just to get me through risk off sentiment. Right, that's all it is. That's all I'm looking for, is a 1 minute inversion around the blue line. If we're continuing, great. If we're reversing, I want to see it outside of this line. So you can see how price here is outside of the VWAP. Fuck's sake, sorry. Outside of the VWAP. So as soon as we get extended, I can look for reversal. Just on the M1 time frame, I'm looking for a 1 to 3 scalp. That's it. And if you go back and back test that, I'm only using it on ES. So S&P 500. That's the only thing I'll use to trade that. But you need to stay versatile. So like my friend, he works at JP Morgan, right? and you need to have a long strategy. You need to have something that's going to get you through the market when we're on risk on and risk off. So you need 3 models. I haven't got a third one at the moment. I'm thinking about doing something with the VIX and arbitrage trade, but I haven't got there yet. I haven't built that. I've built 2 that work. I'm now back trading my timed edge model because price is becoming depegged again. What is NQ doing now? Just have a little look. NQ, seeing this range formed, but this is halfway through the candle, so we could see wick above, wick below. Yeah, there's nothing I really want to see. If we see the 1 hour form like this, let's take away the 50% equilibrium. If we take away the equilibrium, right, so say if the candle formed like this and we close like this, we've got a lot of buy side liquidity above this high, right? So if we get up here, get a microcycle, I can then look to trade this down. That's only if the bar stays like this though. Because we need the buy side to fuel the move to go down. I've been using 1. Yeah. Do you know what? I was like that, and I was so fixated on one strategy, and then I learned, and then I've built this timed edge model after I was sold a dream from someone else, and then I just realized you have to create your own models. They have to be personable to you. You have to test them. Years of timed edge took me like a year to test, a year to make, perfect, figure out all the rules. So it's definitely it doesn't come easy. So when people have said they say to me, "Oh, I've been trading 6 months," I'm like, "Man, all right, whatever." You know, I won't even teach anyone that hasn't been trading 2 years, because you haven't had enough skin in the game. Oh. We have taken some sell side on YM over here, haven't we? So this could be fueling this, starting to move up here. Yeah. I mean, if the market changes back into risk on sentiment like we're going to, and it changes into this kind of market, and your model stays great, then great. I'm just saying, if you're managing money for yourself, other people, like a trader I know from JP Morgan says that they would have 3 models on their book. They'd have something long, something short, and something you can cycle on and off when times get hard, or the transition in market happens, because it happens every year. It will go through different cycles, or even quarterly, or even 4 years, you know, so that you got to take that into account. Something I wish I knew as well. Something I wish I knew when I was starting out trading, because I stuck with a model that worked and then it stopped working, and I stuck with it too long because I was like, no, I've seen it work, and then I wasted like a year and a half, 2 years trying to make that work. But you know, you win and learn. It didn't come to me easy, but now things are starting to move. I definitely wasn't, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire in 1 year. That wasn't my case. Not much to do on FX at the moment in terms of my model. We were in a zone this morning, but then it got invalidated by 6B, and we're seeing price pull up now. We are just touching into equilibrium, but all assets run the high. I think we're going to wait until New York. It might be a slow New York session though, because of FOMC at 7 p.m. GMT. Higher time frame on the currency triad. I still think we're going to draw into these lows. We have taken up a lot of liquidity, so maybe we need to go and take some more buy side to fuel the move down. If that is the case, I want to see maybe London form a range, and then we get a daily in New York. Alright, manipulation, then maybe we might distribute lower here. We've got targets there as well to target. Nothing there for on the long. Right, amigo, I'm going to be back on at 9 AM. I'm going to stop my stream. I'm just going to go and get a cup of coffee. I'll come back on at 9 AM. I'm going to be looking to see where price sits in this range. See if we can use the buy side liquidity above this high to go back down, if that is a possibility. All right. Cheers, mate. Time Edge. I'll be back.